Yeah. Mhm.
And so what do you think is the best way to deal with the anxiety that comes from not being either of those two things? There's a lot of what I hear when I talk to people about mental health is depression and anxiety. And speaking as somebody that's never had either of those, yeah, I can't really, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me that if people are just like, I just feel terrible because, right? Because I'm a very analytical person. So there's always a reason if I feel a certain way, there is a reason for that that I can deal with in some way, shape, or form, right? But for people that don't have that and do feel anxiety a whole lot of the time, or just in general, or sometimes, what are some ways that meditation can help with that? And how do you specifically work with people to help them with their anxiety?
You know, the anxiety happens the more we live into the thought of the past, especially in the form of worry. We are
Hmm.
too much anxious about our parents. We are too much anxious about whatsoever has happened last 10 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
So we are not able to let go of the thought of the past. But the past has already moved into different dimension. We can learn from the past. But what is happening? People are dwelling into the thought of the past in the form of anxiety, worry. So therefore, they are not able to celebrate this present moment awareness. So the first process in order to let go the thought of the past, by accepting this present moment awareness and bringing the sensation of awareness of the breath. Why? Because breath is a life force energy. Breath can help us to live into the present moment awareness. Breath can easily let go the thought of the past or the future. Breath can discover our hidden potential. Another
Hmm.
process to get rid of the anxiety, we can go for the dynamic meditation practice. Dynamic meditation practice means we have to move our body, shake our body. Why? Because anxiety happens the more we live into the thought of the past, or the future. So what we have to do, we have to move our body, shake our body. We have to do some dynamic exercise, jogging, fast moving activity. Why? Because when we collect the thought of anxiety, it is a kind of a stuck emotion within ourselves. We need to let go of it. So suppose, just for example, if I'm keep on doing silent meditation, it doesn't work much. Why? Because there is no life force energy connected with the silent meditation. However, we are harnessing the life force energy a little bit. But when we move our body, shake our body, like the dancing, laughing, jogging exercise, the energy of anxiety can be changed into energy of laughing, dancing, and we can
Hmm.
release the energy of anxiety, and we can celebrate this present moment awareness. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So one of the great quotes that I've heard over my life is anxiety comes from the past,
Mm.
fear comes from the future.
Yeah.
And you make a great point that when you focus on the breath of here and now, none of that stuff is anywhere, right? Because that stuff's just not here, right? And to be fair, I've dealt with a lot of my ex-girlfriends that had a whole bunch of too much anxiety, or a whole bunch of too much fear, and then we were always dealing with stuff that just wasn't here, wasn't right now. So it's very frustrating to deal with stuff that's not here, stuff that's just emotion, right? So, how do you rewire the brain so that this isn't the automatic reaction that you get when you think of something from the past or the future?
Yeah. Rewiring or reprogramming our brain cells is
Hmm.
to change from negative thought pattern to positive thought pattern, as we are discussing right now, that the
Hmm.
depression or anxiety happens the more we live into the thought of the past or the future. Yes. So once we collected all kinds of the thought of the past, we have to rewire or reprogram our brain cell. How? Why can't we help the people, like they could connect with the life force energy, they could connect with the positive thought emotion by reading the beautiful books, by connecting with the nature, by accepting the present moment awareness, by living into the present moment awareness. So when we, in the form of seminar workshop, so suppose if a person is suffering from anxiety, we
Hmm.
could bring them into our workshop and we could help them. Okay, why it is happening, so we can know he's living into the thought of the past or the future, so we can help them. Why can't we connect with the nature? Why can't we connect with the life force energy? Why can't you do some kind of meditation practice? So the more you feed their conscious and the subconscious mind with the positive thought, emotion like happiness, joy, appreciation, gratitude, living into the present moment awareness, what will happen? Automatically he's getting rewire or reprogram our brain cells. As I said, the meditation is the whole purpose of meditation is to look within, is to move within, is to discover our hidden potential. So when we do the meditation, automatically it is helping our brain cell in autopilot state in the form of disconnecting from the thought of the past into the thought of the present moment awareness. Why? Because meditation is inside journey, it will
Mhm.
help us to discover who we really are. So when we do the meditation, automatically it will help us to rewire our brain cell or reprogram our brain cells. And that's what, from failure to success, from depression to happiness, from anxiety to happiness, with the help of rewiring our brain cells. Yeah.
That makes sense. So